Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. In the last part, we did some exploring around Bestway's burrow, and then followed Urianger, and of course failed the stupid following thing. But anyway, B rank. I said there was a hunt spawn point around here, so that's Daphne and Magna, one of the B ranks of the moon. And oh, come on! I literally walked through those about 2 minutes ago, and they did not aggro me. This is nonsense! Anyways, the other thing we need to do over here before we talk with Urianger is go grab this ether current that's been bugging me. It's right here. Alright, what do we got? 584 southeast. Right, that one. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Give it a wet birth, and let's go talk with Urianger. Setting things straight. I thank thee for accompanying me. 'Tis a simple plan in truth. We shall not be long away from Bestway's burrow. Difficult decisions must needs be made in the coming days, but I nevertheless believe we are all of one mind in our desire to save the people of Etheirys. To make clear our resolve to the Leopards, I would offer them a gift. But its making doth require a most singular ingredient. Okay. A singular ingredient? You're not going to tell us what it is. We're just walk off. Just, bye. Cool. So these guys are like the ones in Tempest, where they eat the little slug guys. Leeches, that's what I'm looking for. The bunch of fungi. Excellent. Chance to spy this aggregation crossing Zodiac's erstwhile prison. Using a spell taught to me by the new Mo, I believe these shall suffice for the gift I would fashion. The magic require considerable concentration, however, might I prevail upon you to stand watch whilst I perform the incantation? Sure. That means actually buff. Like so. Man, this is actually like hurting me. What? Oh. I'm like, okay, cool, we'll go back. No. We won't go back, actually. Any more? Yes, of course. With these and their Tempest comrades, is that they only do it once, they don't do it 3 times. And again, there doesn't tend to be multiple nearby. Surveying the nearby area. Yeah, see, it's just one up. Boop. Surveying the nearby area, you see no signs of potential threats. This would be a good opportunity to see how Urianger is faring. Urianger remains fixated on his work. There, 'tis done. A magic thing. Every owns as efficacious as that crafted by the Numa. Rare is the occasion of a conjure mine own, but is nevertheless a most useful skill. The resulting product is admittedly possessed of no preternatural properties, but its hue is one of mine own choosing, which I pray the Leopards will appreciate. Urianger! Oh, thank goodness. I thought you'd been eaten, or perhaps fallen into a crater. Ishtola has been looking all over for you, Arya. She says she needs to speak with you about something most urgent. Dire, even. She was also quite clear that she wished to speak with Arya alone, which means I'm afraid you must stay behind, Urianger. But worry not. It just so happens we need your help with an errand. Delivering a package from the Watcher's Palace to Bestway's burrow It's quite large and heavy, perhaps even too heavy for we poor lepers, and we would be ever so grateful if you could lend us a hand. How about an extra pair of hands before I go and meet with Ishtola? No, that won't be necessary. Urianger's help should be more than sufficient. I changed that, but I'm sure you don't want to risk getting out Ishtola's bad side by keeping her waiting. She seems prickly. Now, off with you! There we go, Arya. I shan't be long. What you know? While we're in the area, let's go make a trip and finish off some currents. What do you say? I'm pretty sure I come back here for quest later, but I think I can go this way, right? No? Something I know. Maybe. Actually, yes. That's a yes. Isn't there two up here? Yeah, there is. But we're going for this one because it was already on my mind. I've already seen it. So, yeah. I don't know what it is about the music on the main. It just relaxes me. Just really does. Yeah, actually pretty positive would come here for a quest, but it's cool. You can get a little sneak peek here while I get this current. How many do I have left? One! This is the last one. Cool. Oh, that is that. Let's get back to Best Ways Barrow and not get on this Chola's bad side. Hi, I'm here. Oh, Arya, we thought you would be away for far longer. Is that an emergency? I said no such thing. But as you're here, I could use your assistance with one small matter. Runningway, companion of Growing Ways, apparently has much to tell us of the final days. Problem, however, is that he's determined to live up to his name, refusing to stay still long enough for us to hold a conversation. Is there anywhere he's likely to stop and rest? Perhaps there's a way to slow him down? What's the rush? I was thinking we could wait here, maybe enjoy a cold mug of carrot juice and... No? Well, if it's really that important, I could try using these balls of moose flesh. Not to be confused with the other thing. Runningway's other noble feature is his incessant chatter, so you'll have no trouble finding him in a crowd, and when you do, try lobbing their balls at him. Korean method proves effective. He was here in Grace Endwalker when last I saw him. Let's split up and find him. What is going on? Alright, well, let's follow the markers, because we are very good at doing that. Should be right up here, right? Yeah. Search your surroundings for Runningway. Of course, we're gonna have to have another one of these, and Endwalker. Oh my gosh, no! Ah! Ow, that's smart! What the joke isn't funny! Yes, I'm Runningway. Do you mind explaining why you hit me in the face with your balls of moose flesh? I'm highly knowledgeable about the final days. Huh, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard since I woke up. Who told you that joke? As if we've got time to look into the final days and there's so much to do before the great voyage. It's true that Hyland did impart to us some knowledge of the event, but I know about as much as any other lopper around here. Less, probably. I don't know why anyone would think it's funny to go around telling people I'm an expert, but they better hope I don't get my paws on them. Sorry I can be of more help, but there's nothing else. I've got work to do. And I'm off! find neither hide nor hair of him. How did he fare? So he knows no more than the others. Care to explain yourself, Growing Way? Well, you see, I misremembered. Yes, that's it. I misremembered. Terribly sorry about that. Afraid I'm drawing a blank though. Tries it. I can't remember who I was thinking of. On an unrelated note with Urianger, I assume you spoke with him earlier, but did he say when he'll be returning? On his way to the Watcher's Palace with a living way. Between Growing Way's sudden lapse of memory and our lack of other leads, maybe our time would be better spent lending Urianger a hand. What? Now hold on a moment. It's all coming back to me. Yes, I remember. The information you're looking for is in the archives. Yes, that's where you'll find all sorts of useful information, including that pertains to the final days. Oh, hey, look. Got some quests to do, but you know what? It's time for Heart of the Matter. Oh, what to do? I promised Living Way would help, but... No, I promised I'd help, so that's what I'll do. The archives are on the second floor of the main plaza, the eastern wing. Follow me. I suspect the Lawbirds are up to something, but if there's ought to be learned of the final days, I suppose it's best we play along. For now, at least. Yes, well, I guess if we're going back, we may as well do these two quests so we can get flying after this quest. Because you saw that current on there, right? I think this is actually the quest. It takes me to where that one current was. Alluring Alex. I hear you have a penchant for excitement and adventure. Is that correct? Then, is there a nothing way? There's a nothing way. And assuming in your travels you have doubtless heard tales of the Allegans? Allegans. Nearly everything's wrong if the world seems to be their fault. I thought as much. I asked because I had plans to survey an Allegan relic not far from here. The Open's Guardian, however, make it too dangerous for me to go alone. I trust you see where this is going, so are you interested in a little adventure? Yeah, this is exactly a quest that takes us over there. Much obliged. Now, let's be off. No time to waste. Knocking Way has... Name that way! Hey, old person. Yes, you. Do you have a moment? You see, ever since we awoke for inspection, a friend of mine has been acting a little funny. Funnier than usual, even. He keeps sighing from all the way over here. I'll go and call him as I do, but he insists that nothing's wrong. I think he's been unable to help himself from opening up. I think he'd be unable to help himself from opening up to you, though. He's always been ever so fond of people. Would you mind lending him an ear or two? That's what I do. Many thanks to you. My friend's name is Dreaming Way, and he should be somewhere nearby. Just follow the lamentations snuffling. Or the map. I'm gonna follow the map. Okay. Okay. Cool. Stay focused, Dreaming Way. Sure, you're no working way, but... Oh my! You're not upright. Am I dreaming? Is the day finally here? Am I truly talking with a visitor from Aetheris? Whatever can I help you with, kind madam? I think I should be asking you the very same question. How did you know? In any case, I couldn't bother an honored guest with my silly troubles. If you insist. Perhaps I could share a nibble of what's on my mind. But first, may I ask your name? Ariana? That's a really spectacular name. I'm sure it speaks to your character in one way or another. Well, I could say the same for mine. Perhaps it was a mistake to choose Dream from that tome of words. For try as I might, have no such thing. Seeing everyone else live up to their names since our awakening has only made me more aware of it. The people with theirs on the other path seem to dream a great deal. Have you any advice for me? Focus on what you love to do. But that's the problem. I have the foggiest idea what that would be. Though my fellow operators might. I've known since we were created, so perhaps they see something in me that I cannot. With their help, you must be able to find an objectively appropriate dream for me to pursue. You know best what would be of service to mankind, after all. I'm all ears, so you need only tell me once you've come up with something, anything at all. Okay, I guess we're gonna go around and speak with them. Wait, what? Oh, there you are. He's no sluggard, I can tell you that. Always happy to lend a paw when there's work to be done. Compared to some of the others, well, let's just say that he's a great help. Huh? You two over in the other spot, because there's only one other spot. You want to know about Dreaming Way? I can say I know him terribly well. He's always rushing off on a new task just as soon as he finishes the old one. I've always thought him a good start, though. Dreaming Way? He can do anything he sets his mind to. He doesn't complain about getting his paws dirty either. That said, I'm not sure I can think of anything he's particularly gifted at. Okay. Apparently that's already the end of the quest. Neat. Let's go turn that in and head back to the elegant spot and yeah. Then we can get back to the story. Did they have out of interest to share? Please say they did. That's more or less what I expected, I suppose. Nice enough, but no way gifted. Perhaps I was never meant to dream. It's never too late to dream. You really think so? Goodness, people are truly as kind as they say. In that case, I promise not to give up until we found my dream. It's the last thing I do. Huh? That got grim. Let's exhaust our other options before we go for anything potentially lethal, shall we? Cool. With that, we are off to the elegant relic. Again. You know, for being afraid of the guards and the enemies in the area, this lopper sure made it well into the heart of the enemies. Oh my gosh. Crash site is just ahead. If you find anything it may prove useful, I'd be grateful if you could retrieve it for me. Onward then. After you? Alright, let's go investigate stuff then. On the other side of the relic. Of course I can't go that way. Go under though, right? Yeah. Kind of vaguely know my way around here. Vaguely. Got a cube. This papyrus is offline, but appears to be transportable. You place it in your ambiguously sized bag. Oh, come on. This bit of elegant technology is certainly fascinating. A shame it's too bulky to carry back. Oh, please. Oh, you are under attack. That's not very nice. Not very nice at all. Oh my gosh, has more HP than I thought it was going to. Defeat any enemies that attack. The heck? Oh. Let's see. Maybe if you weren't standing in the middle of the enemies in the first place. You know, that's just a crazy idea, I guess. Let's just beat it up. Like we normally do. Again, it still has more speed than I imagined it would. Phew, a moment longer and that drone would have alerted more. Right there! Now, did you find anything of interest? Oh, let me have a look. No, you're right. I must wait until we get back. And you just run off. Just poof. Run off. Just like that. Anyway. Save a last. Now show me what you found. This is an Allegan decryption unit. With it, we could read Allegan tombstones about history, science, poetry, if we had any, which we did not. An adventure for another day, I suppose. Nevertheless, I'm deeply excited by the prospect, as I'm sure you can tell. You have my heartfelt gratitude. Cool. Bye. And back up. You know what? No, we're doing it. We're taking the dang teleporter. Just because we can. That's a view, alright. If I can get my bearings, we'll go the right way. Oh my gosh, it's so far over though. Oh, much better going the other way though, so, I don't know. Hello. Oh, the archives are right through this door, but it seems to be locked. I guess we'll just have to go and find whoever has the key. Growing way, enough. If you have naught else to tell us of the final days, you need only say so. We can ill afford to be wasting time here, as you well know. Did you yourself not tell us we must act quickly? Yes, we did, but the moon was to be a perfect paradise for people with theorists, and we're running out of time to make everything ready for their arrival. We hoped you'd see the wonders we have to offer, but you found nothing but faults and flaws in our work. Only one of you saw our potential, so you others must be kept here. Ah, so that's the Lingway's game. We must around in circles, and failing that, lock us away so we can't put the plan at risk. Everyone except Urianger. He understands what is at stake, what must be done. I fear you've misjudged us, Growing Way. Never would we decry the notion of using the moon as a means to escape. That said, my heart breaks at the thought of abandoning a theorist and her reflections to their doom. If there is a way to avert the final days, I wish to find it. We all do. We may fail, but our efforts would never be at the expense of your plans. But why would you take that risk? There's no room for ifs and maybes now. People with theorists will escape here to the moon. They'll be safe, and we'll finally get to see all their happy, smiling faces. I'm sorry, but we can't let you leave. We just can't. Do what you must, but try not to hurt them. I'll be back in a moment. Don't do anything rash while I'm gone. If we dally, they'll overwhelm us with sheer numbers. I say we knock these ones out, split up, and make our way to the exit. Agree. Let's reconvene where Argos awaits outside. Oh, hello. We're just boom in combat? Oh, but they have, like, no HP. So that's handy. Carrot and Rune! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. No. God, tabbed out. You're in for it now! Am I though? Am I really? Great way to return to stop you! Say something? I didn't know that. Oh, I guess Drawing Way has a little bit more HP, huh? I'm sorry, I thought we were friends, but you forced my hand. I must punch you in the face now. We have to save them. Alright, let's get back to Ishtola, I guess. Or get back to Argos, who's with Ishtola. Yeah, that. Hi, I'm here. Good, you're here. We must hurry to the Watcher's Palace and find Urianger. Now this has voice. Right.
And what, pray tell, do we seek at the Watcher's Palace?
Oh, come off it, friend. You know full well why we're here. The time has come for you to return to Aetheris and help your brethren prepare for their journey here and beyond.
Forgive me, Living Way, but I cannot in good conscience proceed with this plan.
Huh? But what about the final days? The death and the doom? Oh, we have to hurry before it's too late.
Your unflagging commitment to your duty is endearing, to say the least.
Oh, bugger!
Be at ease. They bear you no grudge, nor do I. How could we, having come to understand your purpose? For millennia, you and yours worked tirelessly towards the singular purpose of this heavenly vessel's construction. An arduous feat by any measure. It is clear you have spared no effort. Why, your very names are a testament to your dedication.
Our names? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at.
Names are an expression of the self, a declaration of one's hopes and aspirations. Your use of contemporary, uncomplicated nomenclature doth ensure clarity of purpose. There can be no doubt that your love for the people of Aetheris is boundless and pure.
Yes! Yes! A most mellifluous phrasing! We Loporrits were born of Hydaelyn's love for Aetheris. that shining, shimmering blue jewel, brightest star in the sky, brimming with life and possibilities. For as long as I can remember, I've toiled in anticipation of the day when this vessel might be needed. All I've ever wanted was to meet those she cherished so dearly, to serve and serve well. That goes for all of us, don't you see? So help us help them. Lead them here where we can keep them safe. If there's anything wrong with what we've built, we'll fix it. We'll make it right.
Your works want not for repair. Yet there remaineth much for you to learn of men and your own kin besides. Singing Way, thy name bespeaketh more than the simple marriage of rhythm and rhyme. The songs of Etheris are beyond counting, and span the length and breadth of emotion. Maps are monuments to man's pioneering spirit and his devotion to charting the furthest reaches of our star. Many have devoted their lifetimes to exploratory pursuits, to venture unto the highest mountains and the deepest oceans in search of unknown frontiers. And thou, my friend, I do not think we've met.
My name is Puddingway.
Puddingway? Yes, indeed. A name of deep and abiding significance, I'm sure, but one perhaps better communicated through delicious deeds than tasteless words. A judicious application of fey magics at a later juncture may be appropriate. And Living Way. 'Tis no easy feat to convey the significance of thy moniker. When I was a bookish boy, a dear friend of mine was fond of peppering me with questions as I read, to my occasional annoyance. One day, I posed to her a question of mine own. What doth it mean to live? After much contemplation, she proffered this answer. The anticipation of a half-read story's conclusion. The hope today's mistake may serve as tomorrow's lesson. The wish that a new acquaintance may one day call thee friend. She believed it to be all these moments and more.
I want to understand, but...
I, too, still labor to find mine own answer. 'Twould be my pleasure to assist you and yours in embarking on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. For thee. Ink as blue as the waters of Etheris. Made in haste, though I assure thee, the quality has not suffered for it. The people need not be persuaded by honeyed words. Nay, I have faith they shall do what is right in due course. Until they do, I beg your patience, friends. And with that ink, let us fill the empty pages of Living Way's compendium. An open exchange of ideas will surely afford you all a better understanding of modern man, and with it, ideas for improvements and renovations. But more importantly, it shall empower us to together find a way forward.
hope you're right. Thank you for this lovely gift.
There you have it. I shall remain with the Loporrits to ensure that all is in order. Though we must needs prepare for every eventuality, you would all agree that the evacuation of our star is a last resort. To accept failure is to accept the demise not only of our star, but that of Reen's, of all reflections, and the souls that call them home. Which is why I have every faith that you shall fight to the last, that such drastic measures may prove unnecessary.
Should the worst come to the worst, and I pray deeply that it won't, I'll take comfort in knowing preparations were made under your watchful eye.
Aye, thou mayest be assured that if calamity cometh, not a soul will be left behind, if being the operative term.
Hi, Watcher! That flower, how came it into your possession? How very like her. Guided by its light, you may come to know her true intentions, intentions which remain a mystery even to us. In our time, we called it Elpis. You would do well to remember the name.
I hate to interrupt, but I feel like I need to make amends for all the secrecy.
Think nothing of it. We haven't been the most gracious of guests. Do convey our apologies to Growingway and the others.
But of course! And when next we welcome more guests from Aetheris, we'll have learned to be much more hospitable hosts. Oh, and circling back to the matter of inappropriate secrecy, we ought to discuss our benefactors.
Agreed. The Sharlayan Forum, yes?
What? How did you know?
The more I heard, the more obvious it became. The Forum's aims align closely with those of your anonymous patrons. A telling coincidence would be an understatement. Though had we not taken it upon ourselves to peruse certain restricted tones in Labyrinthos, we might still be unaware of their plans. But let us continue this discussion upon our return. I dare say we have kept Alphino and the others waiting long enough.
I just had to throw the Watcher in for one little couple lines. 'Twas a relief to see Livingway was pleased with my gift of ink. To serve and serve well, though their knowledge may be lacking, their boundless love is a blessing without peer. It would be no easy task to prepare them for what must needs be done, but gladly do I embrace this duty, even if it doth necessitate that we part ways for a time. Forgive me my absence, but I have the utmost faith in you and all our fellow scions. When next I return to Aetheris, I pray I find you all in good health and good spirits. I believe I can fly! Yes, I had to it. I can fly on the moon now, okay? The heck? Why is there just like 4 gathered like right there? Anyway. Returning home. With the Lawbirds in Urianger's capable hands, we needn't worry about affairs here in our absence. Knowing now the face of their earthly collaborators, there is much to discuss with Alpha, Noah, and the others. Let's return to the Tower of Babel. Our battle for the star will soon begin in earnest, and we must be prepared. Bye. Just to spot you crossing the chasm, I feared something was amiss. All is well, and more importantly, I've been given the opportunity to behold a wonderful sight. Keep the Elpis close, and its light will be your guide. I'm just hitting the bike out of habit at this point. That's the right spot, right? Yeah. Alright, back to another gate. And to Thancred. God, I can scarcely believe we went to the moon and back. But we'll have time to reflect on that later. Right now, we need to head back to Camp Broken Glass and deliver a thoroughly detailed report to Lucia. I very much know how everyone is getting on here as well. They'd only just begun to treat the Temper prisoners when we left. I share your curiosity, but warning our allies of the final days is of greater importance. Speak not only out of contingent, of course, the heads of state of every nation must know what we have learned. We know not when or where or in what manner the final days will begin to manifest, and so we must see that everyone is prepared. Agreed. Though we may wish to stress the importance of discretion, lest the public be sent into a panic. Not that anyone in a position of responsibility should need to be told as much, but it bears repeating. Anyway, first things first, to Camp Broken Glass. Okay, can I just like warp? Sweet, I can warp. Thank you. I don't think it seems in order. Okay, let's go speak with Lucia. Alright, I can fly here too. But, hold on. Tables get easier with light, okay. It's good to see you all again. No worse for your lunar adventure, I hope? We've done what we can for now, and believe me, we intend to tell you all about it. But before we do, might you tell us what's become of Garlemald in our absence? We succeeded in subduing the Tempered inside the Tower of Babel. We took many alive, but combined with those who were already in our custody, the number requiring care has grown exponentially. The inclement conditions here have made it difficult, if not impossible, to treat them all here, and so we have petitioned the aid of the allied nations. Some are, understandably, hesitant to proffer assistance, particularly those that were but recently subject to imperial occupation. That said, several others have agreed to grant them refuge for treatment. With the assistance of your fellow Zeons, we endeavor to see them safely transported and subsequently cured of their tempering. Will all the tempered be relocated? No, not all, no. We have sufficient shelter to tend to those whose treatment has begun, and enough healers have volunteered to remain until their patients have recovered. Eulus is one such patient, though he is not yet fit to receive visitors. Truth be told, it was a miracle he and those in his company were not harmed in the chaos. If not for Alphino and Alize's timely assistance, I dare say none of them would be with us today. In light of recent developments, have the Allied leaders come to any decision regarding Garlemald? Given the tremendous ramifications of what has happened here, it will take time to determine what must be done. In the meantime, they intend to work with the Eastern Alliance to keep a close watch over the provinces. We have other news to share. Shortly after Anima was defeated, we received reports that each and every tower has vanished. For mercy, the process was apparently not quite as violent as that you experienced in Thavner. Those who were trapped within them have been rescued and are receiving treatment. To hasten this endeavor, the beast tribes have received instruction in the magics needed to cure tempering. Master Matoya is no doubt thrilled that Mother Pixie affords her so many visitors. Yes, we are grateful for her ongoing efforts, as well as those of her comrades near and far. As for the contingent, several of the members have been granted leave to return to their homelands after the transfer of Tempered has been completed. Lucia and I will remain, along with a small force, to continue offering aid to those here in Garlemald. The Empire may be no more, but there are yet those who call these lands home. I believe that accounts for recent events here. So, what are the Moon and the Telophoroi? Oh, you know. You know. Final days. Gods, I prayed your victory would mark the end of our troubles. There is still much we do not know, but the Alliance leaders must be told. Would you be willing to contact them in our stead? Yes, of course. I will send word forthwith. We'll also release your fellow Scions from their pressing duties, so they may return to Sharlayan. Your energies are better spent finding a means to avert the coming apocalypse. Speaking of your fellow Scions, you will be happy to hear that Mistress Kryle, though still on the mend, has been moved to the Baldessian Annex and given into Tatario's care. Thank you. I look forward to seeing them both upon our return. Let's be on our way then. One last thing, if I may. After your confrontation with Zodiark, you said Xenos took his leave, and in all likelihood he has returned here to Garlemald. I have a mind to dispatch scouts to try and ascertain his whereabouts, but first wish to ask if you believe there is merit in doing so. If you're expecting a trail of destruction to follow, you won't find one. Aye, you are the only foe he considers worthy. And even if my men found him, who but you could even hope to bring low that monster? Pray forget I entertained the notion. While on the subject of Xenos, the 10th Legion has made an official proclamation. They denounce the Crown Prince and condemn his role in the Empire's downfall. His very title has become a source of shame among his former subjects, and its continued use serves only to hinder relations with foreign nations. For this reason, he has been declared as Xenos Viator Galvus, outcast and enemy of Garlemald. Ben Daniel is no more, and now his own people turn against him. It seems he's not but his bloodlust to keep him company. Better that than an army to see it sated. At any rate, I will not keep you longer. I pray you safe passage back to Sharlayan. Alright, well, back to the Baldessian Annex, I suppose. First things first. So, the specimen that specimen came from the moon. Good to see you, Arya. I've heard a great deal about your recent exploits, as has everyone else. That's why I feel confident recommending you for associate level hunts. The challenges you face from here on out will be significantly tougher to contend with, but I wager you can handle them. You've yet to give me reason to believe otherwise. Associate specimens are not only more threatening, but also more difficult to track down. You'll have to seek them out in the world's most inaccessible and inhospitable reaches, like bloody Garlemald. Garlemald. Gods, I hate that place. Now, if Ilsebard's unfriendly north was our only problem, I'd simply remind you to strap on you first and take some ale for the road. But, well, perhaps it's best if you ask Jalakshai what she's working on. There's nothing quite like hearing it straight from the Chocobo's mouth. Yes, I heard from here. If Northodo insists, I will tell you precisely what I'm dealing with at the moment. Let's get this request from Chrisia, shall we? She's Sharlayan's sole xenobiologist, a self-proclaimed one, mind you, and her raison d'etre to prove that life exists upon stars other than our own. Sorry, my French is failing when I'm trying to just think in English. The astronomers have long since banned her from their meetings and refused any request she makes on principle, but alas, we have no such luxury. She's been demanding samples from the moon for some time now, despite the obvious impossibility of requiring them. Associate hunts often present such challenges, ones with no ready solution. Though we gleaners pride ourselves on our resourcefulness, all we could do in such cases is post them on the board and hope for a miracle. Try telling that to the clients, though. In any case, I would be thankful if you'd take a look at that board and try your hand at any bills that suit you. The Guildship has high hopes for your success. No pressure, of course. Associate Guildship market bills are now available. You are permitted to take bills for associate hunts from Guildship found in Ultros and Brazaton. New quests and CM marks will become available for Menthol and Ultros upon reaching level 89. So I'm actually just gonna refresh this, even though I still have some. And grab the associate, which is gonna give us ones in the moon and Garlemald. So. Hey, Kryl. Welcome back, Arya. We were so terribly worried about you. Though it's plain I have caused my own fair share of worry, and for that I apologize. Helen called to me that day when you entered the Tower of Babel. Her pleas were faint but desperate. I knew at once she required a vessel to carry out her will. What came after feels like a dream barely remembered. My body flowing through the live stream towards Garlemald. When I regained consciousness, I was all aches and frostbite, exhausted of ether. So exhausted, in fact, I could only laugh, for it was in that moment I understood Raha's weariness from the Tower of Zod. Would I could laugh at a time like this, though we prevented Zodiac from being unleashed upon the world? I'm curious to know what else took place there on the moon. Perhaps we should wait for the others to join us before you give your account. Let's reconvene in the main hall once they've arrived. Hold on. Must pet the fat cat. Let's wait for my comrades to arrive. We're just gonna make this longer, a slightly longer one, I guess. Won't be the first time. Won't be the last. Sorry to have kept you all waiting. Not at all. I understand you've been quite busy. Will Urianger be joining us? Duty keeps him away, I'm afraid, though Arya can explain why better than I. Final days, as befell Amaranth. We are to escape via the moon? What of the source and its reflections? I have no intention of standing by while the world falls to ruin. So, how do we stop this? Fortunately, we have no answers at present. The celestial currents have grown stagnant, as was the case in the time of Amaranth. The solution would be to alter the flow of ether throughout the entirety of the star. The ancients accomplished this by summoning Zodiac, sacrificing half the star's population in the doing, but should go without saying that such a sacrifice cannot be repeated. Which leaves us with the daunting task of identifying the underlying catalyst for the final days, a feat which even the Amaranthines could not accomplish. Fortunately, we found no clues in Mare Lamentorum. There is still much we do not know about the catastrophe itself, let alone what may have caused it. The final days were marked by the corruption of the Amaranthines' creation magics, but we command no such power, which invites the question, what havoc is in store for us? If we knew that much, perhaps we could draw up some parallel with the events of the past, and thereby form some semblance of a plan. Perhaps we should start with a form, then, having worked with the Lawpirates in secret all this time, there is surely more they can tell us. Forget the interruption! I've got urgent news! The form is holding a public assembly in the plaza outside. Some sort of announcement. What is Father up to now? There's only one way to find out.
Order! Order, I say! I thank you all for gathering here on such short notice. This day we must speak of grave affairs and their implications for the future of Sharlayan, nay, of this very star. Said affairs concern all citizens, and so we have called for a public assembly. You may have heard rumors of the Talopheroi and the havoc these madmen wreak abroad. Under normal circumstances, we would pay little heed to petty disturbances outside our borders. The final days, however, are another matter altogether. For we dare not ignore these prophetic words of Eld. The Endbearers will come, ushering chaos and calamity. The final days descend and devour the very star.
I've never heard this prophecy.
Is it true? Will all that really happen?
Calm yourselves. The time has come to speak of the Forum's most sacred duties. But first...
Give voice to the voiceless. Let bindings be unbound. By unanimous decree, I declare the enchantment broken.
Master Leveilleur, if you would.
Very well. "270 years ago, our forebears began an expedition in the Dravanian hinterlands, in search of a route to access the ethereal sea. This much is public knowledge. Their findings, however, would become the Forum's most closely guarded secret. What those researchers discovered in the hinterlands was not a passage unto the ethereal sea, but the very heart of our star, and Hydaelyn herself. She spoke to them of a calamity that would extinguish all life, and of a means by which we might be spared. The moon. 'Tis in truth a gargantuan vessel built to serve as sanctuary for her children and deliver them from this doom. Much like Nunkref's hope in ages past, it will bear the people of a world in the throes of death to a new home.
Needless to say, this will be no small undertaking. To facilitate the great work, the Forum has maintained close contact with the servants of Hydaelyn, who presently reside on the moon. Convinced that the foretold end was all but inevitable, we began amassing a wealth of knowledge, not merely for the betterment of our nation, but in preparation for the journey to come.
You reveal this to us now? By the gods, how long do we have?
While we cannot say with certainty, we believe the hour to be nigh. We received a transmission from the moon suggesting as much not long ago. Which is why we must in earnest begin preparations for the great exodus. For his impressive contributions and the leadership he demonstrated during our withdrawal from Dravania, we have elected Master Leveilleur to oversee this initiative.
Fellow scribes and scholars, my countrymen, we face a threat of unprecedented scale. We must challenge the trials before us with composure and conviction if we are to find salvation. The wisdom of Sharlayan has ever been a shining beacon in the darkness, and so it shall continue to be. It is our solemn charge to see our heritage preserved for future generations. For those who will come after, we will brave a new frontier.
Administrative edicts will be relayed to all major institutions ere long. In the meantime, carry on with your duties. With that, I hereby call this assembly to a close.
Do you remember what Mother told us when we visited home? That it wasn't until after we were born that Father seemed to lose himself in his work. If that great work of his was the evacuation of this star, then...
Yes. It wasn't for his benefit. Would you mind waiting here a moment? I wish to speak with Father before we leave.
Just keep it civil, eh?
I may look daggers at him, but I will neither speak nor draw them.
If it's all the same to you, I have a few choice words to share with Father as well.
So, come to call us cowards and bid us join your fruitless battle against the inevitable.
Nay, we do not object to the Forum's proposal. On the contrary, those who wish to flee have every right to do so. Urianger is cooperating with your associates on the moon to ensure that all is ready should evacuation be our only recourse.
Then whatever your business, I suggest you be brief.
Though we cannot boast the boundless wisdom of Sharlayan, we have first-hand knowledge of foreign cultures and have conversed with no small number of peoples. These experiences have taught us fundamental truths that cannot be recorded in any tome nor charted on any map. The beating heart of this planet is its people, many of whom would give anything, even their lives, to protect the lands they love. Many may choose to join you in the end. But what of those unwilling or unable, for whom escape will never be an option? What would you have them do? To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, Father. It is indolence. This is why we choose to fight.
We'll not ask for your understanding, Father. Only that you don't turn a blind eye to the good we have done, that we can still do. We're not children in need of protection. Hold fast to your principles and let the world burn if it please. But we believe there is still another way. And if there is, we will find it. You see if we don't.
Do as you will. Just stay out of our way.
Were he not so consumed with self-righteousness, he might tell you how proud he is of you both.
Bold words call for bold action. And there'll be no turning to your father should plans go awry.
As if I ever would. So long as there are those who wish to stay and fight for this star, we have to do what we can to help them.
And if we're to do that, we'll need to be well rested. Wouldn't you agree? And having triumphed over what we once thought to be the source of all evil, I can think of no one in greater need of at least a dozen winks.
Shall we then? To the Annex, to prepare for tomorrow.
I'm thinking we are gonna return to the Annex next time. Once I, The rostra. This building houses the Assembly Hall, where the Forum debates Sharlayan national policy. Once a simple outdoor plaza, the rostra would bring the heated discussion through rain, wind, and worse. Following a death by a lightning strike, however, plans were drawn up for the imposing stone structure which now crowns Archon's design. So, yeah. On that note, thank you for watching. In the next part, we will return back to the Annex and sleep the night, which is could be slightly ironic because we started the video. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing if you really enjoyed it. Consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps to keep making content like this and more. You can find links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!